Hello. Good morning. Good PlaMorning. It is time to start a new kit, and the people have spoken. And after a surprisingly extremely close race in polling, have chosen the Burglary dog. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a hunch that the Burglary dog might take it purely because it has a fun name. No. So this is not from Mobile Suit Gundam. This is from Armored Trooper VOTOMS. Which I actually haven't seen, but it looks very interesting. I want to watch it at some point. But yes, I had a hunch. I was like, I think Burglary Dog might pull ahead because it's called Burglary Dog. And that's a fun name. But I think this kit will actually be a pretty fast build. It's staggeringly less complicated than the Ale Strike. VOTOMS seems quite interesting, though, because these guys, I don't know what they're even called properly. Are they called VOTOMS? I think they're VOTOMS. From what I've seen, they seem simultaneously like the greatest fighting weapon ever conceived, and also like the most dangerous, horrible piece of shit vehicle to get into. Like, they're incredibly fast and agile, and they have tons of weaponry on them, and, like, nothing else can compete. But also, if you shoot them the wrong way, they just explode, and everyone calls them walking coffins, because they're so dangerous to pilot. And I like that. That's fun. They're quite a bit smaller than a Gundam. I think they're around, like, half the size? Exactly. They're not mutually exclusive. They can be both. What is the size of a photon? I looked up VOTOM size, and Google was like, did you mean bottom size? No, Google, I didn't actually. I meant VOTOM. How big are these bad boys compared to a Gundam? It keeps giving me the size of the figures. I want the real size of them in real life. Yeah, I feel like they're a little bit reminiscent of some, like this could be a grunt suit in Gundam. But it's a little different. There's some design fact. Oh, okay, yeah, they're way smaller. Yeah, so these guys are like 4 meters tall. For comparison, a Gundam is like 16 meters tall. They're just little guys. But let us begin. What are we starting off with here? A9? There's 8, and this is 8. Oh no, where are my tools? Where are my tools? There they are. Yeah, I think from what I've seen about VOTOMs, at least in terms of the mecha stuff, it seems like it's kind of trying to be a much more grounded take, I suppose, on mechas used for military purposes. Because, like, they don't fly. They can't really go in space. They're big, but they're not, like, huge. Okay, I need A9 and A8. They don't got a big samurai face. I think there was an interview with the creators I just saw where they were saying it was inspired by the Jeep, basically. They were like, what if we made a mecha that was the Jeep of mechas? If a Gundam is a fighter jet, then a Votom is a Jeep with a machine gun mounted on the back. But they're cool. I really like their, like, round heads with the changing camera piece. And I like that they've got little wheels in their feet so they can skate around on the ground. I love it when mechs skate on the ground. But yeah, I was at my local hobby shop this week to get paint, because I knew if I was going to do the Zeong or Heavy Arms, there was stuff I wanted to paint that I did not have paint for. And then when I was there, I thought, you know, my backlog's getting smaller. Maybe I'm allowed to look at model kits too. And I almost ended up getting a GM, and then I saw this and I was like, oh my god, VOTOMS. And I got this. Because it's good to support your local hobby stores, even if they are far more expensive than buying model kits online. It was actually really nice. I hadn't, I'd never biked over to where it is before. And so I took my bike to work, and then after work, I biked over there, and it was really nice, actually. There's only like a little bit of stretch that wasn't bike land, which kind of sucked. But the rest of it was a very nice bike ride. God damn, it's been hot this weekend, though. I think it's been really humid is the problem. Hasn't actually been like that hot, but it's been very humid, which is kind of rare for us in summer. It's been a sweaty weekend. It seems like it's probably gonna rain today, too, so it's gonna be hot and rainy, which is very rare for here. Rain and thunder, face of summer. Yeah, so usually summer here is basically just dry and hot. Like, it's almost like a drought here in summer a lot of the time, but every once in a while we get some rain. I kind of miss when I was living in different parts of Canada and there was thunderstorms, because they're pretty cool if you don't normally get to see them. Trying to sand some of these marks off his head, but it's a little tricky. I might have cut them too close to the head. Well, if I do a top coat and weathering later, I can cover that up. But yeah, I haven't been doing too much recently. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. It's nice that it's so, story-wise, it's so different than the last few expansions, which is very refreshing. Because your character kind of gets to be... You know in anime when there's always, like, a side character that's way cooler than the main characters, and they're, like, the mentor that teaches them how to be cool? Like, I haven't seen Naruto, but I'm assuming that's what Kakashi is. That's what you get to be in the story in Dawn Trail, and it's really fun. Because you're on vacation. You're just chilling. And also, I just got to this part, this new area of the map, and it's like fantasy Wild West. Oh no, we're still doing like crazy adventure stuff, but so in Endwalker we were like going to space and saving the universe. So just like going to a different continent and going on adventures there feels like a vacation. But I just got to this new map, and it's basically, it's like fantasy Wild Wild West. And it's so weird hearing people in Final Fantasy XIV talk with American accents. It feels so strange. Where's my black panel liner? Because in Eorzea, most people are talking like they're British, kind of. And then in the foreign lands, you know, they have various kind of exotic accents. But then getting to Shaoloni, and everyone's just like Americaning it up, and it feels so weird. Also, it feels like they swear way more. Square Enix was like, what defines an American accent? And they're like, you know, this way of speaking, this kind of way of accenting things. Also, they say shit a lot more, apparently. It's so great. I'm really enjoying it so far. I, like, just got there. Also, there's this, like, old cat man that I just met, and I'm pretty sure everyone is gonna be thirsty for him, because he's a hot old man. Black panel liner, just a second. Yes, it's very exotic. Well, it's interesting because this expansion so far has been like fantasy. Here, I'm gonna just move myself up. Only the top of my head's on screen. It's been like fantasy South America so far. And then now I'm going up north, and it's like fantasy Arizona. It's also been kind of neat, though, because they've done a similar thing to what they did in the last expansion, which I really enjoyed. Which is that the kind of gist of, like... How do I describe it? The thing you expect to be doing for the whole story just finished, and I'm halfway through it. A character literally says, "I can't believe it! We did it. We made it to the end." And I'm like, I'm level 95. So I don't think we did, actually. What happens now? Boop. Look at this chunky boy's head. This kit has a lot of runners, but a lot of, like, small runners. Like, look at that. There's almost no pieces in there. We'll just leave it right here. We're gonna use them soon, I think. Yeah, other than that, what have I been doing? Oh! Yesterday, I watched the first episode of Columbo when I worked out. And that was actually really fun. I get why people have been making a fuss about Columbo in recent years. It's good. I will watch more of it. Columbo, yeah. He's a detective. It's like... They were like... It was a TV series. Or I guess some of them were kind of like more like TV movies. In like, I think it started in the 70s, I want to say. But it's about this detective named Columbo, and there'll be some guy that does a big crime.
Hi there.
Seems.
Thank you for listening to this song.
Oh, hold
Please
up.
join us on our Facebook music page.
Don't
And our YouTube
advertise
channel.
to me. Japanese jazz fusion playlist. Get out of here. Someone will do a big crime. It seems like probably usually a murder. At least in the first episode, it was a murder. And then Columbo will come in, and then he'll figure it out, and then he'll catch them. But it's very fun because Columbo himself is kind of this, like, seemingly sort of, like, bumbling, awkward dude. Can they ever solve, like, graffiti or something? Well, that's art, so you shouldn't persecute people for it. Can't they solve, like, tax fraud? But it's fun because he's kind of this, like, funny little awkward guy. But he's just, like, kind of a little asshole. Like, he's always harassing the guy that actually did it. But, like, pretending to be polite in a way so that they can't really just be mad at him, because it would be admitting their guilt. So we'll be asking them questions, and then they'll be leaving. Oh, I've really got to be going, oh, now just one more thing I noticed that seemed a little bit strange to me. And he's just like this, and they're slowly going insane because he won't leave them alone, and it's very fun. And then he catches them at the end. It was very enjoyable. I liked it a lot. I will watch more when I work out because there's not that much going on screen, so I can just listen to them. Okay, so these are gonna go here. Like this. Come on, go in there. Why don't you want to go in there? I'm not putting this in the right way. There we go. Oh, actually, I missed some panel lining here. I can afford to be a little bit messy with my panel lining on this because I want it to look kind of old and beat up. I think the wow, Oh, what the fuck is the word I'm trying to think of? I can't English. The appeal. I feel like the appeal of these guys is that they're like junky military workhorses and not very sleek, fancy machines. Do I know about the lore behind why this burglary dog and why it's called a burglary dog? I don't. I know, I think like the original main character's thing he drives was called the Scope Dog. The Scope Dog's like the very famous one. So I think maybe this one was from like an OVA or something. I was reading the instruction booklet and it had some lore, and I think the main character was like cryogenically frozen, and then they unfroze him and they were like, we need you to do dog mech things again, and he used this, I think. This is mostly conjecture. Okay, there's his little antenna. Scope Dog. Yeah, and this one's Burglary Dog. Okay, let's get his little visor. It could be worse. So like the main grunt bad guys in Gundam are called Zakus, right? And it's really just basically a play on the Japanese word Zako, which is like noob, basically. Oh, hello, parentheses. Hi, baby. No, I don't really want to open the window to let you outside because I'm yapping. So at least these guys aren't called Zako. They have English names, and English is cool. Apparently. Although, especially if you're a mecha, German is much cooler. Yeah, I love the design of Zakus. I think Zakus are awesome. I really loved when I was at the Giant Gundam in Japan at the little museum there about the building of it. They had interviews with a bunch of people, and there was this interview with this one guy, and he was like, this is pretty cool, but I wish they made a Zaku. I was like, oh my god, he gets it. And then he was like, oh, or Yokohama's by the water, so they could have done a Zegok too, and I was like, oh my god, he gets it. I like this visor. It reminds me of like a bomb defusal squad visor. Literally you. Yeah, and it was like a famous anime guy. I'm trying to remember who it was. But it was like a well-known director. I was like, oh my god, he's just like me for real, for real. Fuck, I'm forgetting his name right now. I think it was like the Ghost in the Shell guy. Mamoru Ishii. Is that it? I don't remember. Okay, there's the little visor, and now we do the cameras. This is my favorite part of the design, actually, is these little rotating cameras. They're very cool. Oh, there's so many runnings. Here's oh, is my voice a bit quieter? Maybe I'm just, like, not speaking into my mic good. Hold on. Whack, whack, whack. Hello! Maybe that's better. Maybe? I do just look a little quieter on OBS. Hold on. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, that's loud. Hello! I'm just not good at speaking into my mic, especially when I'm making models. Oh my god, it's so hot today. It's only like 10 in the morning and I can feel it. I'm getting sweaty. I think this is if it's gonna be rainy and really hot today, I think this is a play Final Fantasy in my underwear kind of day. I was originally thinking about riding my bike today, but the weather doesn't feel conducive to that. Yeah, usually when I'm indoors, I'm still wearing shorts, but I don't wear a shirt. But when it's really hot, it's like, all right, I'll just wear my undies. The problem is unless I like close all my curtains and stuff, I have like large windows and glass that directly faces other people that can look into my place. So I can't just I feel like I can't just be walking around totally naked. Little panel lining on here. There's lots of cute little details on this. And then these are together like this. Yes. Oh, and this too. no. Come on. Need a fresh Q-tip. I got a bit too much ink in there. Well, it's fine. It's weathered. It's weathered. Okay. And then I need E5. This guy. The classic, it's weathered strat, yeah. I actually really want this guy to be kind of messy and beat up, though, so... It's extra valid. The guys who were building were tired and underpaid. Yeah. Hello, baby girl. Yeah. This is meowing. Hello. How are you? Yeah, it's hot today, isn't it? Hey, baby girl. Yeah. What's up? Really? Just a second, I have to pet my cat. Hi. Hi. Yes, you got a manicure and pedicure this week. Ooh. There's your bum. Oh, girl. Come here. Come here. What's up? What is it? Yeah? What's up? No, that's my mic. That's my microphone. No. Hey. Yes, that's a microphone. Girly. She's not even trying to bite it, she's just pawing at it. Do you want to be a streamer? Are you aspirationally reaching for my microphone? You want to give the world your message? Here, I'll hold you up to it. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Oh, she's shy. Here, come on, girlie. I'm trying to build things. Yeah, Papa's trying to build things. opportunity. Hey, don't bite that. Drink more coffee. Huh? No, no. Are you upset because I'm building a dog? Thesis is like, why not burglary cat? Why not burglary cat? Hmm? She wants to eat the plastic. When I was trying to look up pictures of this guy for the thumbnail, the results were like half this model kit and half news stories about like, is a dog gonna protect your house from burglars? And there was multiple of this one where someone had a camera in their garage and some guy broke into their garage to like steal their bike, and their golden retriever came out and was just like really excited to meet him, and he like gave it pets and was like, "You're such a good dog." Your dad shouldn't leave the garage unlocked, and then he stole their bike. I was like, yeah, that's golden retriever behavior. Theses would no. I think I've told you the way she acts when someone else comes into the house is she goes and hides under the bed, and then if she hears that we're not fighting, then she comes out. But I think if they were like trying to kill me, she'd just stay under the bed until they left. Okay, how's this going on? This on here. Now we have some little stickers. How am I gonna get those in there? I might need to get my tweezers. Hold on. I will be right back. I am going to go get tweezers because they're not on my desk. Put these shiny stickers in there. These are like thick reflective stickers. Hold up. Come on. Red one in the other spot. Ah! Fuck. I dropped it. Thankfully, I think they give you way more of these than you need, so let's just get another one. There we go. And then this is going to go on here. Yeah. I love how that looks. Yippee! Focus. I really like these cameras. I think they're so cool. No. Hi! I feel like this is a cool kind of... Like, it's actually very similar to the Zaku. Like a single camera that moves back and forth along a track like this to rotate. But the way it's like... and can change which one is so cool. There we go. There is our eyeballs. And that is the head complete. Now, it's time for the body. So we need B9. Where is B? Not these. Those are for later. B. B9. Here we are. Pew. B9, and then N18 and 17. And this is N. Oh man, I'm seeing so many little details on this that I feel like panel lining won't make them look that good, but dry brushing would make them look really nice. Might need to dry brush this bad boy later. Specifically, like... Oh, this focus. Focus, please? Focus, maybe? Yeah. Like, when you get little rings with the little raised rivets like this, dry brush a little bit of metallic paint. Oh, that's gonna look good. Paint them too? I thought you just have to assemble them. You don't have to paint them. But they can look cooler if you paint them. Some people completely paint their Gunpla from head to toe and they look really good. I usually don't have the patience to do that. But I'll usually add a bit of detail. I have a couple kits I've fully painted. But most of the time, it's just a little bit of extra silver here, a little bit of extra gold here. A little bit of panel lining there. What if I tried to paint it and it went horribly wrong? Hypothetically. Then you'd have a kind of ugly painted kit. I have one that I painted that turned out kind of bad. Where is it? didn't turn out that bad, but it turned out kind of bad because I used like shitty paint. You got a little bit splotchy. Gotta say, one thing I'm relieved about is that I feel like this is going to be much more solid than the one we built last time. The Ale Strike looks so nice, but it is so fragile. I added some more glue to it. I glued its backpack on because its backpack kept falling off. But it's so fragile. I feel like this one's gonna be a brick. I'd be so upset if I spent all that time assembling it and the paint ruined it. Well, I feel like at least when I do a full paint job, I actually paint while I'm assembling it. Because it's a lot easier to paint the parts before you put them together. So you cut all the parts out and you put them up on little sticks. And then you paint them all and then you snap them together. So you can actually ruin it before you assemble it. Yeah, where's the guy that turned out a little splotchy? I think he's over here. Wait. Actually, it looks kind of good now that it has like dust on it. It makes it less noticeable. I painted the red on this guy, and it ended up a little bit splotchy. And he's like, oh, you can see some blue up there still. But overall, it didn't turn out that bad. I added the red and the gold. I think sitting on the shelf has actually made this guy look good, because the layer of dust is all matte now. They look cool, but I don't have the patience for them. Now that's valid. And honestly, I feel like you have to be patient just to do like a straight build. And then if you want to make it look really fancy, then it takes forever. Okay, these are all ready to go now. How are these going together? Like this. Yes, yes. Do I want to panel line any of this? I think I just, maybe there. Like I said, I feel like a lot of this will look a lot better dry brushing it later, but it's not going to hurt it to panel line it now. The nice thing about dry brushing is you can do it once it's all together. You don't have to do it as you're building. Because you're just basically getting like a teensy tiny bit of paint on a brush and then kind of scraping it over everything so that only the hard edges pick up the paint. So little details like these rivets get shiny and edges get worn down. Okay, there we go. It's the beginnings of a nice little chest there. All the banners look the same. Oh, here it is. When I was at the hobby shop, I think the older gentleman who was running the counter thought I was trying to, like, steal stuff. Because I had my bag, like my messenger bag with me, and I was all, like, sweaty and yucky because I just biked over and it had been really hot. And he kept, like, coming up to me in the aisles and being like, "Do you need any help finding anything?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good, I'm just browsing." And he's like, "Okay." And he'd, like, walk away a little bit, but he'd keep an eye on me. I was like, "I'm not stealing nothing. I'm gonna pay your marked up prices. Don't worry, I'm supporting local businesses. Chill." Your paint is really overpriced. I'm still gonna pay you for it. Don't worry about it. I'm not throwing things in here. I'm very grateful that we have, like, a model kit hobby store where I live, though. Hobby store is a stressful place. Why? Is it just tempting to buy stuff? That's why it's stressful for me. I'm glad we have a local place, though, because even if the prices are more expensive than online, especially for stuff like paint, it's really nice to be able to see it in person. Yeah, same, yeah. Well, because the problem is I was there to just get paint, but then, you know, my backlog has actually gotten smaller with doing PlaMorning every week. And so I was like, maybe I'm allowed to buy a new model kit as well. It was actually good, though, because I'd ridden my bike there, I knew, I was like, I'm safe. I will not be tempted to buy a super big kit because I can't put it in my bike basket. So I'm safe from that. I don't have to worry about it. Oh, is that an MG new Gundam? I don't even have to worry about being tempted because it won't fit on my bike basket. But I kind of wanted to get a simpler build too, because a lot of the stuff I've built recently has been a bit more complex, so it's sort of nice to build something that snaps together quickly like this. Like, look at that, 3 pieces, and we've almost got a chest all done. And 22 and 25. Where are these? 22, 25, here they are. Where's 22? Wait, eh? Is this asymmetrical? And 25 and 20. asymmetrical. Hold on. I need to look more closely. My old man eyes. I guess so. I like asymmetry, so that's fine. It's just usually it's not like that, so I gotta be careful I'm not doing something wrong. Boop. A friend of mine recently got a bunch of model tanks. And they look fun. I kind of want to build a tank at some point. Even though I hate using glue. Just make a gun tank. I've never made like a classic gun tank, actually. I have made a variant of the gun tank. But yeah, I want to build like a Stug. Or like a Hetzer or something. I think that would be fun. I feel like a Hetzer would be a very simple build. It's basically just a little box. Stug's always a good choice. The Stug is so cool. Because, yeah, whenever I'm at the hobby store, they have the weeb aisle, and then they have the, like, military otaku aisle. And I kind of look in there, and I'm like, oh, there's some cool stuff in there. I think the main reason I haven't done it yet is I hate using glue. And I know there's more glue in, like, other models. But I've had to do more glue recently, and I've done it without sticking myself to anything, so maybe I can be brave enough. A more modern tank, like an MBT. See, really, I'm just building the tanks of the future, aka mobile suits. A little ink in these guys. Now I'm gonna need a Q-tip probably for this. That's on that side. after I put these on, I will show you the tank I've built. And I'm quite happy with how this guy turned out, actually. See? I've built a tank. It's totally a tank. It's got treads and everything. And he's got little arms. Honestly, I'm kind of in love with the idea of the gun tank in Gundam, because it's so silly. It's like, why wouldn't you just build a tank at this point? And they're like, oh, but we could put arms on it, though, and like a little head. Exactly, it's like a Gundam on a wheelchair. I really like using the tank legs in like Armored Core as well. Have you ever seen, there's this one like tank mobile suit from one of the, it's from like a manga or something. It's really cool though. What's it called again? Let's see if I can find it. I really love its design, but I don't know if they've made a model kit for it. Is it this? No. Yeah, that's it. Hidolfir. Hold on, I will show you. It's like this. I love the Hidolfir. And then the fun thing about it is it can kind of like, the head squishes down, so it kind of transforms into like a normal tank, but then it can pop up and have arms. It's so fun. Maybe they have made a model kit, because this is a model kit. Or maybe this is like a kit bash that someone's made. And it's like really fucking fast. Like it's zooming all over the place. Oh yeah, here's it with a Zaku. Oh, that's right. And it also has like funny little excavator arms. I forgot about that. Like in its back. Like this. It's so silly. I like it. It's basically a transformer that can't quite completely transform. It's like a baby transformer. Okay, what do we need next for the chest? M13. God, there's so many runners. And C4. This. I remember I kind of bounced off of. There's like a free to play called Gundam Battle Operation, which is like a team-based Gundam shooter, third-person shooter thing. And I kind of bounced off the gameplay, but when I did play it, I played as the Hidolfir, and it was pretty fun because you could just kind of zoom around and like take out people's legs with your big ass gun. Way too many runners. Here it is. And one. Gotta say, I'm kind of not digging this pale green, but maybe it'll look better once it's all together. But yes, I also appreciate the gun tank. I like the stubby little guy on the treads. And the tank treads in Armored Core were fun to use too. There was this lightweight set of tank treads in Armored Core that were like these little tiny tank treads you could put on your mech, and then it could just zoom around. Just drifting in circles around people. It was very good. I think the thing that really gets underappreciated in the original Gundam is the gun cannon. I feel like the gun cannon puts in so much work. Maybe it's because its name is dumb. Or maybe it's because Kai pilots it and everyone's like, shut up, Kai. I think Kai's my favorite character in the original Gundam, though. He's so great. He's just a little bastard boy. One of my favorite screenshots from the original show is this bit where they do like a psych exam for all these child soldiers that have been forced into these big fighting machines, and Kai comes out of the room and he's like, they told me I am very healthy and mentally sound. He's in his element. Yeah. He's in something. Okay, I will panel line this. I think I'll use gray for this because it's pretty light. There we go. Okay, so the little bar is up here. This is here. Oh, actually, I can panel on the bottom of this too. Okey-dokey. And then just going to need some little joints for the arms. So that's off of A. Is this A? This is A. 5 and 3. It's hot. Well, I've been continuing to do mixology lately, which has been very fun. I made, what was it called last night? I made a maiden's prayer last night, which was very tasty. It was one of those cocktails, I feel like if you made like a big one for someone, it's like the damn this tastes like juice, etc., etc. Because it's quite refreshing and it doesn't taste like that alcohol-y, considering it's like almost pure alcohol. But I just made a little bitty tiny one for me, and even that was like, ooh, this is pretty strong. Because it's like, it's brandy, rum, cointreau and then like a bit of lemon juice. But the cointreau is pretty sweet and tart, and then the lemon juice is tart. So then it's just kind of like lemony. No, I made this last night. Sheesh. But it was very yummy. Well, if you think about it, because of time zones, anytime you're drinking, you could be considered day drinking, or anytime you're drinking, it's night somewhere. So really, it's always a sin and it's always okay. It's like if someone's like, hey, are you day drinking? You're like, oh my god, no, they're advertising again. No. Someone's like, hey, are you day drinking? Then you're like, yes, I am. But you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Because drinking is wrong. So if you're going to be wrong, you might as well day drink. You're already here. Already at the party. How come they have all them ads? I don't know. I just saw this in my recommended videos and I was like, ooh, best of Japanese jazz fusion and Japanese jazz funk with Japanese jazz and Japanese jazz music. That sounds like a nice background mix. Reading the title of this out loud really just shows how absurd it is. And honestly, it's a nice mix, but then every once in a while they have a text-to-speech voice tell you to follow their Facebook page. Okay, how do these need to go on? They need to go on a specific way, and I don't want to mess it up. Okay, I understand. Wakata. Sand out a bit more, I think, though. Drinking is a crime. It's a sin. Or something. I don't know. It's fun, though. Just like throwing car batteries into the ocean. It's fun and legal. Okay, A4. Drinking milk is a sin? Yes. That's for the cows' babies. You stole it. You're not a cow baby. Mumu gaga. I'm a cow baby mumu gaga. Milk is pretty good. It's pretty yummy. I have cream in my coffee right now, so Moo Moo Gaga. We have our little arm joints here. What way do they go on? This way. Oh, I see. Yeah, so they fold in like that. That's clever. And then this is gonna go on here, I believe. Yes. No? Maybe so? Yes. Like that. And then we can put our little head up here. Oh my god! It's a little guy! Look at him! A little chunky boy. Little chonker. Looking pretty good. It looks so clean right now. I gotta muck them up later. Okay, I like the pale green now that it's together. At first I was, I don't know about this, but I think it looks okay once it's together with everything else. It looks really clean right now. Good job on the pan lining, Noah. I'm gonna turn my light on too. It's kind of dark today. Looking good he is! Okay, what are we doing next? I think the arms? The arms? Yes. Oh, just a second, I have to stretch. Wow, it's starting to get hot. It's hot. It's too hot. Wah. Okay, what do we need for the arms? D and B. This is B. Where's D? Where is D? It's B, A, A. What is it? Oh, it's probably down here. No, it's not. Oh! It's right here. Whoopsie. It was hiding in plain sight. E7. This is like a really... Just gonna try and sand it down from here. The plastic connecting this piece to the runner is like really big, so it's hard to cut it off without making a stress mark. Just do lots of sanding. Jesus, why did they make that so large? Yeesh. Wait, look at this. You see this thing right here? Ooh. It won't focus. You saw it for a second. Yeah. This thing right here. I'm poking with my nail. That's just what was attaching it to the runner. That's not supposed to be on there. I gotta take it off. But the problem is if I snip it off with my snip snips right at the base, then the snip snips stress the plastic and it changes the color of it. And then it looks bad. So instead, I just have to sand it all off, but good lord. It's a lot of plastic to sand. And it doesn't help that it's right next to another raised piece that I do want to stay on there that I don't want to sand off. Does this person not get tired of playing the sax? Nah, they're a demon. I saw discourse on Twitter recently about Devil Went Down to Georgia, where someone was saying it's kind of weird that the devil has basically infinite methods to steal your soul, and he comes up to this guy and he's like, hey, I'm gonna use a fiddle contest, which I am very bad at and you are very good at. I think he's just messing around for fun, you know? Oh my god, my sanding stick is starting to turn green because of this. You know what? Maybe I just have a bit of a stress mark on here. Jesus. Oh, actually, that's sliced off pretty cleanly. It was like a cheese. It's probably like heated up because I've been sanding it. Yeah, he just wants to have some fun, you know, sometimes. He's like, let's do a silly one this time. It's like when you play a fighting game a lot, sometimes you're like, hey, I'm gonna play a character I don't normally play and I'll probably get my ass kicked, but it's just like no pressure, you know? I just want to have some fun. mess around a little bit and learn some new things. Speaking of fighting games, Evo's on right now. I was watching some Evo yesterday. It's crazy, a lot of the, like... Some of the old gods of Tekken were getting knocked out. I think Nee lost to some guy in Losers, like he's out. I'm sad, though, the people playing the characters that I like also got knocked out yesterday. Tournament drama? A little bit. Not that much. It's basically like Nee used to win Tekken 7 a lot, and he hasn't been doing very well at Tekken 8. It kind of feels like he's still trying to play Tekken 7. But I'm sad because, Anakin and Rangchu got knocked out, so no Panda or Jack in top 8. Very sad. Or not Panda, Kuma. I swear to God, like every match had at least one Dragunov in it. It was crazy. Everyone's playing Dragunov. Top 8's gonna just be like Dragunov and Nina. Okay, there's kind of a mark there, but it's uniform enough that it kind of looks like it's supposed to be there, so maybe it's fine. See? Focus? See? It looks like, oh, you know, maybe there's supposed to be a little dark patch there. Maybe it's, yeah, that's fine. Yippee! Watch me have spent all that time on that, and then this piece gets, like, completely covered up by something else anyways, and it doesn't matter. Gotta go to sleep. Have a good sleep. I hope you dream about fun things. Used up brain cell capacity. Yeah, that's why we have to sleep. That's the scientific reason, is that we use up our brain cell capacity. It's kind of like in gacha. In gacha games where you have energy and then you use it up and then you gotta wait. That's why we sleep. I've been continuing to have some fun with the Triple Z game. I got the Hot Wolf Man in the gacha, which is fun because he's fun to play as and he's also very good. Hello, parentheses. Hello. Yeah, you're a baby. The biggest problem with the heat is that parentheses will want to lie on my lap and snuggle with me. And I'm like, cat, I love you, but it's extremely hot and I don't need a furry hot water bottle on top of me right now. And then she'll go meow. And then I have to snuggle with her anyways. Hi, baby. Okay, which way does this go? This way, this way. Oh, oops. I need to sand this piece first. Oh no, is it stuck? It's not. Hi, baby. Yeah. Well, it looks really stormy out there. I hope it rains, like, really hard. If it starts raining really hard, I kind of want to just, like, go outside and get rained on, because it's so hot. Hello, parentheses. Yes, you're making noises. Hi, baby, baby. Yeah. Yes, you're a good girl. Here, is this stuff in the way? Do you want to go on your bed? Move some stuff out of the way for you if you want to go on your bed. Not so nice when human. Yeah, it's like... It's kind of nice. It's nice if you can then immediately, like, dry yourself off or something and you don't have to walk around being wet. Because at least here, the rain is still, like, kind of cold when it falls. Okay, what are we going to put on here? B10 and B11. Feces, please don't fall. I don't have a shirt on, so if you try to grab onto my arm, it's going to hurt me. Yeah. Yeah, there's no shirt to grab onto. There's only Noah's skin. Please don't tear my skin covering. Everyone will be able to see my robot parts. Oh, there's the cat. You're silly. Yeah, you're silly. Oh, exposed metal. Wires and cables. Oh. Hey. I really like it when there's androids that are in, like, disrepair and you can see the robot parts under, like, under the coverings. It looks so cool. It's not lewd, it's just cool. People are like, always like, oh, you can see the belly button, whoa, you can see the armpits, and I'm like, whoa, you can see the servo that rotates the arm. Hey, leave my microphone alone, please. Thank you. Yeah, that's my mouse. Do you want to be a... Feces? She just like reached up and pulled the mic down. Girl, here, where? I have to rearrange the mic arm. You are so silly. Yes, you are. You are silly. Don't bite that. Don't bite that. I'll kick your butt. Sometimes I wonder if my neighbors ever hear me threatening to kick my cat's butt. But then I realize that if they can hear me threatening to kick her butt, they can also hear me going, "Oh my god, you're the cutest little thing. Oh my god, I love you so much." So it's probably fine. Hi. Yeah, you're silly. Selective hearing. They're like, oh my god, that guy's living with someone else and he's gonna kick their butt. The cops show up and they're like, yeah, we had a report that you were gonna kick someone's butt. If that happened, I just kick their butts. Also, speaking of butts, just a moment. Yippee! I will be back. Come on, PCs, I have to go poop. I gotta go poop. Let me go poop. Let me go poop or I'm gonna poop right now! I'm back. I pooped. Do some panel lining on these. Thesis is playing a game she likes to play, which is run around the house and scream. Hi. You're all crazy today. You're all crazy today. Can you feel the rain coming? You're all crazy today. Yeah, you are. Yeah. After I'm done building, we'll play a bit, okay? Once I'm done building, we'll play a bit. You got a lot of energy this morning. Okay. How are these going together? Where did I put the instructions? Oh, here they are. They're on the ground. Wait. Yes. Hello, baby girl. Okay. R. So those are over that part. Okay. Like this. Nice. B15. That's the wrong runner. That's also the wrong runner. Where did I put B? Here it is. Almost like half the runners are just this dark green. So it's hard to identify which is which. Here's B15. Oh, the other fun thing that happened at EVO is that Lily Pichu beat Harada. So, Lily, the Tekken character, is going to get nerfed now. She's a character. Well, there's Lily Pichu, Lily, is a person, but she plays Lily, Lili, who is a Tekken character, who is French and has good side steps. It's confusing to talk about because they're both called Lily. But one of them is a person, and one of them is a Tekken character. Oh, also they announced the next season of DLC for Guilty Gear, and they're putting a character from Cyberpunk in it, which is crazy. Guilty Gear's never really had guest characters in the past, so this is, like, extra weird. The rest of the DLC characters are pretty much as expected, though. It's like Dizzy and Venom, who are old favorites, and then the new character from the anime, which makes sense. But then Lucy from Edge Runners, and it's like, hold on, wait, what? She kind of fits into Guilty Gear, I guess, but it's still weird. Okie dokie, what do we need here? This? And that's on like that. Yes. Ooh, these arms look pretty good. And then C9 and C1. Where did I put C? Also, from Harada's Twitter, it kind of seemed like he was teasing maybe they're gonna have like a Mortal Kombat character as a guest in Tekken, which is also, I mean, it's neat because it's a crossover that hasn't happened before, but I don't really care about Mortal Kombat. Actually, that's not true. If it was a cool Mortal Kombat character, if it was like the dude with 4 arms or something, I'd be down for that. But it's probably just going to be like Scorpion or something, and I don't really care about that. It's kind of a shame because I feel like DLC character-wise, Tekken 7 had a lot of picks that were like, oh, whoa, that's really surprising and kind of interesting. And so far in Tekken 8, it's felt very safe. It's all like characters that were already DLC characters in Tekken 7 for Tekken 8. Are crossovers that common? Not before. I feel like Tekken 7 was maybe one of the first games where there was a lot of crossovers and a lot of like weird crossovers, like guest characters. And I feel like that created a lot of buzz. And now a lot more fighting games are doing crossovers. Soul Calibur always used to have crossovers too. But often they wouldn't even be DLC, they'd just be like in the base roster. But people don't care about Soul Calibur for some reason. I'm always bitter because I like Soul Calibur more than Tekken. But the world doesn't like Soul Calibur more than Tekken, and as a result, Bandai Namco does not like Soul Calibur more than Tekken. But yeah, because Tekken 7 had really weird crossovers, and like a lot of them. They had Akuma from Street Fighter. They had Geese from King of Fighters. They had Negan from The Walking Dead, which was the wildest one. And they had Noctis from Final Fantasy. Soul Calibur from... Yeah, 6 had a really big custom character thing. But yeah, like, since Soul Cal 2... Soul Cal 2 was really cool, actually. Fighting game history time. Soul Cal 2 was cool because it was on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. It was on all of the big three. But depending on which console you got the game with, it had a different crossover character. So Soul Calibur 2 for GameCube had Link in it. Soul Calibur 2 for PS2 had Heihachi in it. And Soul Calibur 2 for Xbox had Spawn in it. Oh. Hi, Nanako. We just auto-played to Persona 4 Study Mix. Spawn? Yeah, Spawn from comic books. I didn't know who he was before I played Soul Calibur 2 either. He has a suit and he has glowing green eyes. And has demon powers. I've never heard of him. I had not either until I played the Soul Caliburs. But the GameCube version having Link was crazy. Okay, there's that. Then C2. Link's pretty cool, yeah. And Heihachi being in the PS2 version was pretty cool because Soul Calibur is like weapons, but then Heihachi was out here fighting with his fists still, which was neat. And then I think it was either Soul Calibur 3 or 4 had Star Wars characters in it. They had, like, Yoda and Darth Vader in there. And everyone fucking hated Yoda because his hitbox was so tiny. But yeah, then I think it was only really with, like, for other fighting games. With Tekken 7, they had a lot of guest characters. And now, everyone's kind of jumping on that train. I feel like in the past it was more common that there'd be an entire separate game for crossovers. Like, you had, like, SNK versus Capcom, or Marvel versus Capcom, very commonly known. But now it's more about having crossovers as DLC, because it's exciting, and then people buy your DLC. I know people have been asking for Kiryu or Majima in Tekken for, like, forever. So if that actually happens one day, the internet will explode, I think. Surprised they ain't in it yet? I honestly am too, because Kiryu would really just actually fit into Tekken so easily. Like, it feels like a no-brainer almost. Majima would actually fit into Soul Calibur better with like his bat and stuff because he uses weapons. Okay, there's that, and then we're gonna have the shoulder. Me. And that's F. Where is F? Here's F. Oh, look at this. There's a separate runner that only has 3 pieces, and they're all for the shoulder. Still, I can't. Ooh, baby, I love you. Atlas, please don't take my stream down. Me goodbye, heartbeat, heartbeat. Yeah, they're pretty simple actually. It's really just kind of normal ass shoulder pad, and then it's got like a little dangly carabiner type thing. Which I don't know, puts its keys on or something. Oh, Persona songs. Heartbeat. I really like the one Persona 3 song that's like really chill and kind of a vibe, and then you actually look at the lyrics and it's like, I'm so miserable, I'm so sad, basically. Moon's reaching out stars, I think, is what I'm thinking of. It's basically Persona 3's version of Heartbeat Heartbreak. Or rather, Heartbeat Heartbreak is Persona 4's version of Moon's Reaching Out Stars. I still haven't finished Persona 3 Reload. I gotta keep going on that. I'm curious if there's more stuff that's different. I'm really curious to see what they did with the final boss, actually. Because the final boss in Persona 3 is a fucking fight and a half. So I'm curious how much they've left the same and how much they've changed for the remake. Oh, you've been playing the original on the Vita? Oh, the Vita. Good old Vita. I actually really enjoy the final boss of Persona 3, but I can also at the same time acknowledge that it's kind of fucked up. Because it's such a long fight. Yeah, the Vita's honestly great. I feel like the thing is hardware-wise, the Vita was actually excellent. It just didn't get enough support in terms of, like, games. Like, hardware-wise, the 3DS is actually kind of crappy, but people were doing some fucking wizardry and magic to get things to run on it. So and I say the 3DS is kind of crappy with a lot of love in my heart because I absolutely adore the 3DS. Three dual screens? That's like 6 screens. Vita's only handheld I ever had. I remember I had a Vita, but I got a Vita like way after it had come out. I just got like a used one from someone for really cheap because I wanted to play Persona and Gravity Rush on it. But I had quite a few handhelds through my life. I think the first game system I ever had was I had a Game Boy Color, because I'm old. But it was a Game Boy Color. It wasn't a Game Boy. It was a Game Boy Color. And then I had a Game Boy Advance SP. The SP was so good. It was like so small and compact, and it had a backlight, so you could see in the dark. You could play it in the dark. You could play it in the dark because it had a backlight on the screen, and it flipped open. Oh my god, the SP was so awesome. And then I didn't have a DS, so I feel like I missed out on a bunch of games because I didn't have a DS. But then I got a 3DS, and then the 3DS, pretty poggers. Okay, how are these going together? This clips on like this. And then this clips on like this. Apparently. Come on, get in there. See, he's got a little dangly on his shoulder. Color didn't exist when I was born. Yeah. I was born and they were like, "Oh my god." And they had a really hard time with traffic back then because they couldn't tell what color the light was. You had to look at what position it was in the thing. We didn't call it red, yellow, green. We called it top, middle, and bottom because there wasn't color yet. Okay, so then this is going to go on here. And then we've got another little flap to cover up the hand. B16. It's time for your meds. I'm just grateful we've got colors now. You know, some of the inventions these young people are making are good ideas. Okay, there's that. And then it's going to be a 22 and 24 for the hand. There we go. Which version of Persona 3 are you playing? Are you playing FES or Portable? There is a right answer. Portable? Yeah! That's the correct answer. I like Portable. It is kind of a bummer, though, that you can't, like, walk around the world. But yeah, the girly MC, I feel like the social links are so much better if you play as the girly MC. Especially just because you can have social links with your whole team. It felt so weird in original Persona 3 that there weren't social links with any of the guys on your team. Because you couldn't date them, so why would you have a social link with them? It was so weird. And so it's very nice with Femc that there's social links for the whole squad. And also there's Robot Yuri. Very good. To be fair, male MC just kind of doesn't care in general, which I do sort of appreciate, but I do actually want to check out. It was kind of a bummer that for Reload we didn't get Femc, but I've seen there's some people that have been making like a very in-depth mod for Reload that lets you play as female MC and like not only replaces the character model but like redoes the AI. And I think they're working on, like, adding new social links with voice acting to the game, and, like, a lot. Like, really, they're doing what Atlas has not. So I want to keep an eye on the progress on that. I was kind of hoping that we'd get news at EVO about them finally doing another Persona fighting game, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Because I've talked at length before about how much I love the Persona 4 fighting game. How they doing the voices? I think they're just getting people to voice act, thankfully. I don't think they're using AI or anything. Which might be tricky if they're trying to get voice acting for existing characters, but I think what they're trying to do is, like, they're trying to add new social links with characters that aren't in the game. So, it should be okay. But yeah, the Persona 4 fighting games were so good. And I was so sure that they'd make a P5 arena. Because Atlas loves milking their properties, but it seems like it hasn't happened. There was even an interview a while back with someone from Arc System Works who was like, we'd love to do another Persona fighting game, but meh. Got P5 sitting in your Steam account. Do you have P5 or do you have Royal? Because there's two versions of the game. It is nice. I think I heard that there was an interview where they said, hey, SMT5 Vengeance is the last one. We're not doing this shit anymore. We will add DLC to our games, but we will not re-release them as new versions anymore, which, like, thank God. I still haven't finished Royal because, like, it's good, but man, I played Persona 5 already, and a lot of that game is just Persona 5 again. Dokie, and then get a fist in here. And then that can go on the body. Oh my god. It's arm. Yippee! Look at this. Look at this guy. He's got little flaps for his fist. Ooh, so cool. Little chonker. Yeah, he's chonky. Wah. He can boom, boom, boom. He can punch ya. Alright, he's looking pretty good. Closest to real scale, yeah. I think the Patlabor might be pretty close too, actually. How big is a Patlabor? Yeah, I think this one's a bit closer. Because Patlabors are about 8 meters tall in real life. And these guys are like 4 meters tall. But the Patlabor's bigger, but it's not twice as big. So... well, I think I might finish up here because it's getting really hot and I want to open all my windows and lie on the couch and die. But we will continue this guy next week. I'm quite enjoying this kit. It's simple, but it's elegant in its simplicity. But yes, it is time now to lie on the couch and be sweaty and complain about the heat to myself. But have a good time of day. And also don't die from the heat. And I will also try to not die from the heat. And then I will see you later, because we will not be dead. But for now, bye-bye. Bye-bye.